Hello, welcome to episode 2.
There's our blanket, excellent.
An asymmetrical twist. Dropping and sinking up.
Notice how so just notice.
Joining us for the second episode of next week. Namaste. Hi, welcome to Namaste Yoga. This is episode 44, and Melissa and I have switched places today. So I'm going to be sharing the class, and we're going to be focusing on the chakras today, the 7 major energy centers in the body. So we're going to start seated pose. So I just invite you to come to a comfortable place, sitting down, any position that you like. And maybe palms facing up, just to be open and receptive to bring awareness and as we explore these energy centers in the body. So closing your eyes, and let's start with a cleansing breath, and just take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, another deep breath in. And clear, cleanse. The face, the body. And one more time, breathing in. And just with your eyes closed, just going inside. Just feeling your body sitting in this position. And it's so beautiful to actually do the yoga out. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind, but we can feel the wind and feel the ground and the earth beneath us. So just take a moment to notice your spine, feel your spine, and imagine there is a string along your spine. Imagine that your body is an instrument, and this string can actually create a resonance. String to make it a little more taut. And so root your tailbone down towards the earth. And then lengthen all the way up through the crown of the head, all the way up to the blue, vast, open, spacious sky. And imagine on this string is 7 beads, each one representing each chakra. So the first bead is a red bead representing our root chakra, Muladhara. And then there's an orange bead for the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana, which means sweetness of one's own dwelling place. And then a yellow bead for the solar plexus chakra, Manipura, the lustrous gem. And a green bead for the heart chakra, Anahata, just allowing the heart to be open, like it's never been struck or hurt, open to love and be loved. And then a sky blue bead for the throat chakra, Vishuddha, which means purification. So we can purify and then have clear communication and invite creativity. And then an indigo colored bead for the third eye chakra, Ajna, perceive, so we can perceive patterns in our life and invite clarity, clear seeing. And then finally a violet bead for the crown chakra, Saraswara, 1,000-fold, 1,000 petals of this lotus opening to pure consciousness, universal awareness. As you lengthen through the spine, the central core of the body, so all these beads will line up in the body. And take a deep breath in and let go with a sigh. So when we work with proper alignment in the body, it allows energy to flow more freely. And we want energy to move from earth up to the sky in a liberating current. And we also want energy to move from the crown, from the universe, down from crown to the root, to earth, in a manifesting current. And we want both these channels of energy moving. And it actually creates, they will figure 8 around the chakra centers and create a vortex, a wheel, chakra. And it moves energy through the whole body, through the whole system. And invites all the gifts of the chakra. So we're going to continue just exploring these gifts that each chakra invite. So I'm going to invite you now to lie down on your back, Melissa. And we're going to go through the body and just touch the places in the body where the chakras reside. Okay, so we're going to start with the root chakra, which is located at the base of the spine, but is associated in the body physically with the legs and the feet and the colon. Even the adrenal glands are related to this chakra. So just as you place your hands at that place, just connecting to that place in the body. The central issue of this chakra is survival and self-preservation. And the goals, stability, grounding, physical health, prosperity, and trust. This is the chakra that gives you a right to be here and to have your basic needs met, but as well to have abundance in your life. So the element of this chakra is earth. And you want to imagine roots, that you always have roots the ground to help ground you. Roots of support, roots of structure. So sometimes our roots, if you imagine a potted plant that's overgrown and the roots are actually growing out the bottom of the plant, and they're so entangled that the plant cannot grow. You know, and sometimes this happens to us energetically, and we can get stuck energy in the body, excessive energy, and then we can't flourish and grow in our own lives. And as well, sometimes maybe the ground is too hard and rigid, and the roots then can't actually take root and grow down into the earth. And we also get stuck, then we don't connect to that vitality in order to take nourishment from the ground and feel trust to be able to grow in our life. So I want you to actually visualize and imagine here your roots. See if you can actually visualize roots from the tailbone, maybe even from your legs, and we'll explore this more from standing position. You want healthy roots. You want roots that are moving through the ground, and the ground is soft and available to grow the roots into. So visualize healthy, strong roots. And we're going to use our breath as a way to cleanse the chakras, and to also, if you imagine again the wheel, the vortex spinning, and when we breathe, it brings this element of air. So we can imagine just breathing energy into that chakra to help that chakra wheel move, so it can move energy. So take a deep breath in. Let go with a sigh. And Muladhara, root support. Okay, let's bring the hands up now to the lower belly, the abdomen. Kind of this place in the body where all the watery organs are. So it's related to the urinary tract, our kidneys, also the reproductive system and the small intestines. Being able to assimilate your life. The central issue around this chakra is sexuality and emotions. So it's our emotional chakra. The goal is fluidity, pleasure, healthy sexuality and feeling. It gives you your right to feel your emotions and also your right to want things. So the element of water is here. So this is where first we have the stability of the ground, and now we have the water where we can start to flow, explore a little bit more in our life. So emotions are very symbolic of the water element. And so if we have too much water here, it could be over-emotional. This over-emotional, getting lost in emotions. And if you imagine that plant again growing, and if there's too much water, those roots can just get washed out in the ground and the plant will not thrive and grow. And if there's not enough water, it's almost like being shut down from your emotions. And we can learn from our emotions, they can guide us in our life. So if there's not enough water for the plant, again, the plant cannot thrive and grow. So I want you to visualize and imagine this water element in the sacral chakra. You know, imagine it to be healthy and clean, pure. Maybe your water element might be a river, so it's a little bit of a flowing, or maybe an ocean. So you can visualize for yourself just a healthy water element. And again, with your hands just placed in that area as a way to send love and healing to that area of your body. And again, we'll use the breath to help the chakra, the wheel, to move. So imagine just opening that area, energy center, and take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Swadhisthana, the sweetness of one's own dwelling place. And now we'll move up to the fires of the solar plexus chakra. So just come up to that soft space just beneath your rib cage. This is where our stomach and digesting organs are. So it is related to issues around those. Of our power, our personal power and our will. The goal is to bring vitality, spontaneity, strength of will, purpose, and self-esteem. It gives you your right to act, to really move forward in your life, to act and be that which you want to see in the world, be the change you wish to see in the world. So this element of fire, again, we want a healthy fire here to connect to our power, our personal power and will. But if the fire is out of control, it can be dominating, controlling, aggressive, even constantly active all the time, and we're not giving ourselves space just to be still. And if there's not enough fire, then there could be a weak will, poor self-esteem, passive, undecisiveness. So we want to visualize here, you know, a steady fire that constantly is burning. And we need the fire element in our world as the heat to be able to, the sunshine, to allow the plants, the earth, the trees, the grass to grow and in abundance and flourish. So a really important aspect is this fire element within. So visualize that fire. And let's take a deep breath in, clearing with a sigh. Manipura, the lustrous gem. Okay, so we're making our way up. We're at the central place now, the heart. You can place your hands on your heart. And it's a wonderful way to send yourself back some loving energy, because our heart energy flows through our hands, our arms and our hands. So this is the chakra of love. It's associated with our heart, with our lungs, the thymus gland. And this is the chakra too of relationships. That's where we start to relate with others. Okay, self-acceptance is so important here, that we accept ourselves just the way that we are. Inviting balance, compassion, and harmonious relationships. Gives us our right to love and to be loved. So the element here is air. And so we want to have this nice air breeze blowing all the time. Do you ever know when there's a day when it's hot and still, and it can feel very, I almost feel like I don't even want to move, like it's very stagnant. And it's lovely. I love it when the breeze is blowing and you can actually listen to the sounds of the trees. Hear the birds sing. It's almost like the love that is in the air. So if there's too much of this air element though, very stormy element, it can create codependency in relationships, poor boundaries, possessiveness, jealous. And if there's not enough of that air, it's almost when we withdraw from relating to others, isolated, we can become very lonely, bitter, lack of empathy. So we want to imagine here this healthy air element for our heart chakra. And as we do breathe, we breathe in air. So let's breathe the air into our heart. Let go with the sigh. Clearing heart chakra. Anahata. And it means unstruck, unhurt. So it reminds us to open our heart, to allow that air to move, to flow, the breeze. Okay, we move up to the throat chakra now. And this is the chakra of communication. So we actually can communicate. We have our throat, our larynx. We have our, it's related to the mouth and the jaw, the teeth, as well as our ears. It's also about listening. So speaking our truth in the world and listening. Self-expression. So this chakra gives you your right to speak and to be heard. So the element of this chakra is ether. And in Ayurveda, ether is the spaciousness. It's the space in which the other elements reside. And in our body, we have our physical body, but the etheric body is really the energy body. And we're working with the energy body when we work with our chakras. So I got really clear when I was teaching the throat chakra class, is that this creativity, it's the way you express yourself into the world, but you need to have space in order to allow this creativity to flow, to be able to flow in your own life. So if you live a life that's very regimented and you fill up every single moment, there is no space for that spontaneity to just be able to express yourself and create. So we want to imagine spaciousness here at the throat. The color is light sky blue, so imagine a big beautiful sky blue. And so let's even breathe into this center of the body. And when you exhale, make the sigh, make a sound of the sigh and actually feel the resonance and vibration at your throat. Good, and let that sigh be just that voice, that moving energy through. Vishuddha means purification. So we purify at this chakra. Okay, we're going to move up to the third eye chakra now, which is the space between the eyebrows related to eyes, as you see the world and perceive the world, but also the inner perception, the insight that you get, being able to see patterns, why you do things the way that you do them in your own life. So this chakra is more about self-reflection. We start to go inside a little more. It's our imagination is here. Clear seeing gives us our right to see truth. And the element here is light. And so if we have too much light, it becomes very blinding and symbolic of just too much information to take in. We can't sort through it all. Difficulty concentrating, there might be nightmares, hallucinations. And if there's not enough light, then how can we see? Poor vision, unimaginative. There may be denial, poor memory. And so I want to visualize bright, glowing third eye chakra, space between the eyebrows, and take a deep breath in. Let go with the sigh. Ajna, perceive. Okay, and then finally we arrive to the crown. So you can place your hands on top of the head. It's actually right above the head. It's like we wear this crown, violet crown, 1,000-petaled lotus. And it blossoms open really to awareness. We bring more awareness to universal consciousness, wisdom, knowledge. It's our spiritual connection. Gives us our right to know truth. So if we are in excess in this chakra of this universal opening, we can become over-intellectual, or maybe even addicted to spirituality, like we're just all up there in the spiritual realm and we don't have the ability to come back to the earth realm and come back to daily life. And yet if we're shut down here, there's spiritual skepticism, learning difficulties, limited beliefs. So we do want to be open, but we want to be open in a way that, again, these energies are moving in both directions through the whole chakra system. So we're balanced. Each of the chakras work together in harmony, are always communicating. So let's breathe into the crown chakra, full deep breath in. And let go with a sigh. Ha, Saraswara, the 1,000-fold. Okay, so just taking in all that information, and we're going to start to move the body through some postures and explore more of this chakra world and journey. So I invite you to move, stretch. I need to move my foot has gone to sleep. Okay, and from here, maybe hug your knees into your chest. Give you a hug. Love and gratitude. Good, and moving your feet here, the root chakra, and as you hug the knees into your chest, keep the tailbone, the low back pressing down. Good, breathe the belly. So here we're affecting the lower chakras in the whole belly area. And let the shoulders come away from the ears and maybe even broaden the shoulder blades, just opening the heart. Good, and even reset the head. Lift the head, tuck the chin, and place the head back down. So we lengthen through the throat chakra, the neck, and we open the channel from head to heart. Puvana Muktasana. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Feet to the floor. Okay, we're going to do some bridge building. So it's amazing to feel all the elements, eh, Melissa? It's like we're lying on the ground and the sun is coming through the trees. We have the light, we have the wind. Okay, inhale. We're going to lift the bridge. And exhale, we're going to lower the bridge down. Just continue to do that, just on your own, moving with breath, linking breath and body. Inhale as you lift, and exhale as you lower. Good, and even invite some space between, the pause between the breath. So we're also inviting this element of ether and spaciousness. So your yoga becomes your own creativity. The way that you express yourself in your yoga is a creative expression of you. And it's important to find the yoga that is right for you and to not force yourself into a practice that does not work for you. So the practice we're doing today is a bit more meditative as we continue to explore in our chakra system. So I'm going to invite you now to bring your arms into this, and every time you inhale and lift the bridge up, your arms are going to come up and over. And exhale, float the arms back down to the ground, palms down. Pause between. Let the breath guide the flow. Good. Keep your feet rooted into the ground. I often see students lift their toes, or one foot might continuously lift, and it's being aware of that. Keep your roots planted down. Good. Next inhale, I'm going to invite you to even just hold that position. Just hold the pose and just gently, you don't need to come right up onto the neck, but just more towards the shoulder, the upper back area. So just you're pressing almost like the back of the heart chakra into the earth. And you can draw up nourishment from the earth into your heart. Feel the support of your legs as you root into the earth. Good. Let the breath flow. Let the belly move with your breath. It's a nice way, these partially inverted poses, to bring energy to the higher chakras. Here we have a chin lock, which is great for throat chakra. And for the thyroid, parathyroid gland. Good, and take one more full breath in and slowly bring yourself out of the posture on your exhale. Pause for a moment and then invite yourself to do it. Body. Then when you're ready, just come into corpse pose and palms face up. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And just pause, feel the effects. Okay, so we're going to move into fish pose now. So this variation of fish pose, we're going to bring our legs together. You're going to actually sit, or I'm not sure the way you do it, Melissa, but I actually sit right on my palms down, hands together, arms straight, and you actually sit right on your wrists. Maybe bring the elbows closer together a bit. And then with your legs together, feet together, flex the toes back towards your head a bit just to activate the legs. And then lift the chest, lift the heart. Good, and where you gaze back, you just lightly bring the head down. You don't want too much weight on the head. You want more support with your arms. Invite your breath. So really wonderful posture to open the heart chakra here. Good. So bring your toes towards your head. Excellent. Good, to activate. Nice. So I'm just going to give Melissa a little assist here and see maybe we can get the heart up a bit more. Good.
Working with there's a root right underneath my arm.
Oh, there's a root under her arm, so she's connecting really with her roots today as we work on the ground. Yeah, and then just take your time to slowly come out of the pose. Yeah, we're really in nature here. There's like little bugs on our mats and everything. It's wonderful. And then again, whatever it is you need, maybe hug knees into chest. Okay. All right, so we're going to move into spinal twist here now. So I'm going to invite Melissa to bring her legs down one way and her head to the other way. Good. And so again, you can always pay attention to the spine here and remember that string, and we want to lengthen. A really nice one, symbolic of just separating the chakras. So we have our first lower three chakras turned one way, and then we're turning the higher three chakras in the other direction and the other way. Good. And this one too, you could even move your shoulder over to the right a little bit. There we go, yeah. Good. So just take a few more deep breaths on this side. So the heart is right at the center of our chakra system. It's the balancer. Good. And take your time here to breathe your way out of this side and then explore the other side. Okay, so if you need to pause in the middle, it's your yoga, so you create the yoga that works for you. When you're ready to explore the other side, again, find that central place in the heart, and it's almost like you're just turning the chakras in opposite directions. Good, and just feel in your body again, just any differences from one side to the other. So you might get insight in your body physically, you know, where there might be places that are shut down and the energy's not flowing. What I find really interesting about the chakra system is if you have one chakra that's very open and balanced and healthy, it can actually affect the other chakras and help them to open. So, and another thing that I had recently read was if you hang around with somebody that has a really healthy heart chakra system, then that'll actually help your chakras open. So be careful who you choose to hang around with, okay?
This is why I hang with you, because then I get my heart open and you get your will.
Yeah, it's perfect. Melissa and I balance each other.
Definitely.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay, so a couple more breaths and then bring yourself out of the twist. Pose. And again, anything that you need in between.
I was thinking actually what you said about one being more open can help the others. So if you have a really open one, then you don't have to work on the deficient one. You can continue to work on the one that's well, and it will influence the other.
It will, yes.
So you can work from a positive.
Yes. Yeah.
So you need to repeat that.
Okay, so people can't hear. Okay, so Melissa's just sharing with me. This is so if you have a one particular chakra that is open and healthy, you can actually work on the system by just continuing to work on that chakra, and it will have an effect and help the other chakras. So instead of focusing possibly on the negative ones. Yeah. And often the chakras that are excessive and over, they're just trying to compensate for other ones that are shut down. Yeah. Okay, so inhale, exhale, hug knees to chest. So we're going to do some spinal rocking. So bring your hands behind your back. Be careful on that root, Melissa, if you need to just shift over a little bit. It's a nice way to massage along the spine. You want to be careful about rocking all the way up to your neck. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of rock a little bit over to the side. There you go. If you get a nice little groove, it actually, we'll have grass stains on our blue shirts here. Okay, and come all the way up. Excellent, and forward, and we're going to come into tabletop pose. Tabletop pose. So I love this one, the dog cat. So just join in when you're ready, Melissa. There's a spider, Tim said. Oh. Good, and I actually heard this is called chakra asana. So it's a really nice way to just feel in your body that central line where the chakras reside in the back and the spine. That central core line of energy called the shushuma, where the liberating and manifesting currents spiral around. So again, just feel in your body where whatever shows up, sensations, if you feel called to even just kind of hang out in one particular place, breathe through that, you can do that. Good, and we're going to move into a downward facing dog pose. So next time you come to your doggy tilt position, curl the toes and then lift up into downward facing dog. And I love this posture. My body loves this posture because you can stretch through the whole back of the body, and we can really associate with all of the places where the chakras are associated with. So we can work with maybe the feet and press the heels down and just get a little more stretch through the back of the legs. We could even start to move a little bit, our hips side to side here, and just connect a little bit with that watery element and moving through our life, our emotions. Good, and you can engage bandhas, your root lock, tailbone down, and the stomach lock where you draw the navel in and up. And this is, you know, connecting us to our power will of solar plex. And then maybe even bend the knees and sink the chest back some more to open the heart and draw the shoulders away from the ears. Good, and you'll notice if you let your head just dangle, it creates a nice chin lock. Your chin will very naturally come to chest. Good, breathe. And then maybe give your head a little shake. Just shake off any of that excess. Oh, monkey mind. Okay, excellent. We're going to come and rest right onto our bellies and bring our front of our body, all these chakra centers at the front, and just rest right on to the ground beneath. Okay, from here, hands under the shoulders. Let's just lift up to cobra pose. Inhale. And child pose, exhale. So I'm just going to briefly just here speak to the demon of the chakras. So each chakra actually has a demon that affects the chakra in a negative way. And just so you have some awareness, I won't speak a lot about it, but just to speak to them. So the first chakra, the demon is fear. So when we get afraid, it does actually shut down the root chakra. Okay, the second chakra, the demon is I have a mental block. Shame. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Is shame for the second one. Let me just review this so I don't. Yeah. So when we feel shame, when we're shamed or being shamed or told not to feel a certain way. Oh no, this one's guilt. Right. So this one, you know, when you feel guilty about taking time for yourself, having pleasure. Okay, then the third one is shame. This is the one that affects my solar plexus chakra. When we're told that we shouldn't do this, and it shuts down our right to act in the world and do what we feel is right to do for ourselves. Then the heart one, I think everybody can relate to grief. The demon is grief. So, you know, grief is important to feel, but we get stuck there, it can shut down the heart. Right, then we move into our throat chakra is lies. So it could be any sort of lies that you were told as a child. This can also be keeping secrets, others that lie to you, but you lie to others, and lying to yourself and not living your truth, you know, affects our throat chakra, can shut down our creativity. And then we move to the third eye chakra. This one is illusion. So this is when we get fixated on something, an idea about something, the way, you know, we think it's supposed to be. And we're so fixated on that we can't see the bigger picture of things. Okay, so illusion. And then at the crown chakra, this one is attachment. So when we get, you know, attached to, whether it's even spiritual ideas, can affect this chakra, but even, you know, just physical attachments to people, relationships, attached to having things in our life. Okay, so to be gentle with yourself in your chakra journey and your learning and understanding about yourself. Okay, because we all come in contact with these, and it's learning to work with that. Okay, so Melissa, I'm going to invite you to come back to downward facing dog. Well, actually, we're going to come to standing. So let's just work our way to standing so that we can do a sun salutation. One sun salutation we're going to do today. And I think we'll face this way to do it. Okay, so we're at the front of our mats, bringing hands together at the heart for our sun salutation. So this is going to be a way for us to honor all of the chakras. And on my chakra CD, actually, there is a sun salutation for each chakra. So we do 7 of them. But this particular one, we're just going to kind of blend them all together. So hands at the heart. So I invite you just to bow your head down for a moment and just to honor even the sacredness of your heart center, the heart chakra, which is really where truth, your personal truth resides. And you want that truth to also be connected into the higher chakra realm of universal truth. So we want that channel open to flow. So even here, feeling your feet rooted and connected to the ground to get that root support and stability, foundation, so we can then move through our life, liberate, grow, learn. And take a deep breath in here, side out. Good, and with those strong roots, then we can grow all the way up into the sky. So bring your arms all the way up and reaching up to the sky. And you could even offer here just a very gentle back bend, just very gentle. Lift your heart to the spaciousness of the sky. And so up in the sky and our higher chakras, we connect to inspiration. This is where dreams, we make our dreams, our goals. Good, and then we want to actually be able to manifest these. So when the chakra system is open, we move the current down to the ground. So let's go to the ground here. Inhale and flow your way into forward bend. Good, and just stay in forward bend as you touch the earth and the ground, and just inviting this manifesting current so you can manifest your dreams into a reality. Just let your head drop and hang. Good, and let the shoulders just be away from the ears, make space, and open the heart, the back of the heart chakra. Inhale and exhale. And as we're on the ground, we're going to step back to this very strong posture called the plank. So both feet step back, and just actually feel the solidness of your body and the support with your arms and your legs straight. Good, you can draw that navel center up. Good, and if you need to modify here, as that's your truth, you put your knees on the floor. Okay, shoulders away from ears. Good. And then with the solidness of earth chakra, inhale. Let's flow now into the child pose, the watery womb. Keep your hands where they are, so you just give a little extra stretch through your arms. Good. And this posture is really nice. You can tuck your head a little bit more, so you've got the chin lock and the open channel from head to heart. But we're also stimulating as well these lower areas of the body in the first three chakras with our breath on our connecting with the watery womb. So this is the beginning of creation, but really then it's when we start to express ourselves into the world through the throat chakra, that we become that self-expression, the person that we want to express into the world. So let's flow through forward into a cobra pose, and just even lifting the head, maybe exposing the throat a little bit more to the blue sky of the throat chakra. And breathe, open the heart, relating to others. Curl the toes under, inhale, and carefully move back in your own way to downward facing dog. Again, you get that nice stretch through the whole back of the body, so any movement you want to create here that works for you. Okay, we're going to work with Virabhadrasana today, Warrior One. So let's start with the right foot and step it through forward. It's like stepping forward in your life. Take your time to root the back foot and really get your roots. From there, from the ground, you can sprout into warrior. Good. Lift your and open your heart. So stay rooted and grounded. Looks good. Extend to the sky, universe. But heart is open and peaceful. Passion for yourself, for others. And take a deep breath in. And come all the way down to the ground again. We'll do the other side. So step back to downward dog. And then when you're ready, left foot through forward. So again, even taking time here before you come up to spread the toes apart. Really get that root and ground and support. And then you can start to move and flow. Good, and even offering a little bit of back bend in this pose is a nice way to open the heart and the solar plex chakra. Breathing. The loving, peaceful warrior. And after your next inhale, flow your way back down to the ground. back to downward facing dog pose. Okay, so we all move at different paces. We all create our creative beings. And so I want you to create the way that you come into standing forward bend pose. You know, some people can do baby steps there, step, jog, or you could even try a jump forward. Sometimes I feel like I need a jump forward. Okay, inhale and exhale. And come all the way up to the sky on your next breath in, hands together, and bring your hands to your heart. Closing your eyes, returning to your heart space once again here, feeling earth beneath you, the sky above you. And honoring your truth, your light, your love, your peace, your joy. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Okay, so it's time for relaxation. So I'm going to invite you to lie down again to integrate the energy, the work that we've done with the chakra system. And so for this relaxation, we're going to use the gifts of third eye chakra, which is imagination and visualization. And visualizing adorning the body with the 7 lotus flowers that correspond to each chakra. So allow your whole body to relax here. Feel your whole body settle down into the ground and the earth beneath you. Feel that support in the sky above. We're going to start with the crown. So imagine just right at the top of the head, adorning yourself with this violet crown, 1,000 petals, that blossoms this universal consciousness, awareness, unity with the divine, Saraswara. And then bringing awareness to the third eye chakra and placing there now this indigo lotus flower of 2 petals as it blossoms insight, inspiration, imagination, wisdom, ajna. And then at the throat, the sky blue lotus has got 16 petals. And it blossoms purification, clear communication, and creativity. And then at the heart chakra, placing there, as you open the chambers of your heart, it's a green lotus of 12 petals. And this blossoms love, compassion, and harmonious relationships. At the solar plexus, placing there this shiny, lustrous, yellow lotus flower. Has 10 petals, blossoming your will, your personal power, vitality. And at the sacral chakra, an orange lotus with 8 petals. And this blossoms your emotions, pleasure, and sexuality. And then at the root chakra, we place the red lotus flower, 4 petals, as it blossoms root support. It blossoms stability, foundation, grounding, Muladhara. So just allowing your body to integrate and absorb all this information. And as well allow your body to relax and to visualize even all these energy centers open, letting energy move letting your life be full of vitality, life, growth, transformation. And I just want to note a lot of this information that I've learned through the chakras is with Anodea Judith. This is one of her wonderful books, Eastern Body, Western Mind. So if you're more interested in the chakra systems, I highly recommend her work. And I want to thank Melissa for inviting me to do the class today. And may all your chakras be open, balanced, and may you be open to love, to be loved, and receive all the gifts of all the chakras. Namaste.